In this video, I'm going to talk about why learning a foreign language is an absolute life hack for you in your dating life. For me, it's been as simple as learn Spanish/Portuguese, date a Latina, and then just basically win at life. And for many of you, I would put myself in this category too. Not necessarily, but learning a foreign language might be our best chance, or for some of you guys, your only chance at finding a woman that is feminine, not entitled, doesn't have delusional standards, and naturally submissive, God damn it, that actually likes to follow the lead of her man, okay? Unlike a combative American woman. And that's exactly why, if it wasn't obvious, that learning a foreign language is a hack in your dating life, because if you know a foreign language, you can date a foreign girl. Whether you want to go overseas and be a passport bro, whether you want to do what I call the reverse passport bro method. Myron's dating a girl that was born and raised in Venezuela. Myron, my friend from Fresh and Fit. And it's just, there's a lot of benefits to knowing a foreign language. I'll stick around to the end because I'm going to actually teach you how I learned foreign languages, how I became fluent in Spanish and Portuguese. Not 100% fluent, but pretty damn good. And I posted videos where I'm interviewing girls in Portuguese and Brazil and stuff like that. And I don't think I've showed off my Spanish in a video yet, pero me crees, yo hablo muy bien el español. I said, believe me, I speak really good Spanish. And I'm going to talk about exactly how to be a passport bro. And
hey guys, back to the video in just a few seconds, but first, I had to share these amazing results that I've been having on dating apps using 100% fake AI-generated photos. Every single girl that you're seeing on screen right now, I matched with on Bumble using, yes, fake AI photos, and here are the photos on the screen right now that I used. And before you rush to the comments and want to say something dumb like, oh, I could kind of tell that they were fake, I know that you can't tell that they're fake because I'm lying to you. I'm showing you a mixture of both real photos and AI photos, and I bet you can't tell a difference of which is which. And I've done well on the dating apps even before with real photos, but ever since I put AI photos on there into the mix, the results have been absolutely insane, as you were seeing. And not only can I now be super lazy, I don't have to do photo shoots anymore in real life, but I can now get access to backdrops I never could before, such as being on a private jet or some insane looking baller Airbnb. And no, I know what you're thinking. Both the dating app platforms and Instagram cannot tell that these are AI and they will not get you banned. So if you want some of these for yourself, just check out the link in the video description. It's also in the first pinned comment. It's the same link, and we will get back to the regular video now.
The reverse passport bro method, how to find foreign women living in the United States. So stick around if that kind of thing interests you. And of course, there'll be plenty of delicious B-roll to kind of inspire you to learn a foreign language and either, again, date foreign women in America. Date foreign women already living in America or going overseas to just get better options, be happier in life, have a dating life that's free of headaches and stuff like that. So, American women are, for the most part, masculine and entitled. I'm not going to get into a big thing like this. And just the way they move in any big city, I'm going to play a quick clip of a girl talking about how women move in Miami, but it's the same thing in Los Angeles or New York, any big city. So I'll play maybe not the whole clip, but like a little snippet from that clip right here. So let's go to that clip right now.
It took going out in Miami at a young age. Like, I lived there from 21 to 22, but even before then, like, I'd go out there and I'd meet these girls, and it's like they would only post as if it's their lifestyle, but it's like, I was out, like, that's his yacht. Yeah, you're dating him right now, but by September you're gone. It's his house, his this, his that. And at the end of the day, if I was like, hey, like, let's call an Uber. Oh, I don't have an Uber app. Let's go here to eat. Oh, let me text this guy for money. It's like they are the epitome of that Kanye line, $2,000 bag with no cash in their purse.
Okay, so as you saw, she basically is saying these women in Miami, when they want to get food, they text the guy to buy him food. When they want to go on the yacht, they go on the yacht. They're always posting these stories and stuff. That's why I talk about it's a big red flag if a chick ever goes to Dubai. The only reason that men go to Dubai is because they have a successful business that's, most of them are not Americans, by the way, because if you go to Dubai for the tax benefits, as an American, you don't even really get them. But it's mostly non-Americans or people who whatever have some crazy tax structure that go to Dubai because they make so much goddamn money. They want to get like the zero or whatever low percentage tax structure. So maybe they leave the UK or something like that, go to Dubai. They do 6 months out of the year, and there's some deal where they pay almost no taxes. Women go there to chase these guys and sell the JJ to them in one way or another. They look for sugar relationships. They're all out prostitutes. Hot 22-year-olds typically haven't solved some gaping hole in the marketplace and changed the world with their new stock tracking app that tracks the stock buying habits of congressmen and congresswomen, so you can copy their stock buying habits really quickly at lightning speed, and it does it all for you automated, and you buy the exact same stocks that Nancy Pelosi buys right when Nancy Pelosi buys them. She didn't invent that app. Okay? Good idea for an app though, right? Now, I want to show one more clip real quick. We won't harp on it for long, but just as a really good, I don't know, kind of a hook. So I'll play that clip right now.
Has there been a shift in men the last few years, or are we all just like more aware? I'm in my early 20s. A lot of my friends are like gorgeous girls in their early 20s. Like women just don't really like men anymore. Speaking from like personal experience, like I haven't dated in like 2 years. No man interests me. And every girl I talk to feels the same way. Like if I meet a girl and she's single, she's like, yeah, I don't really date because like I don't really care.
Okay, yeah, quite the hook, right? Women don't like men anymore. And you know, there are feminine women in the United States, even the ones that are born there. There's not many of them, but listen, just because you're feminine doesn't mean you pay for your own stuff, doesn't mean you don't have sugar daddies, doesn't mean you have a low body count, doesn't mean you don't have tattoos or piercings, and doesn't mean you have insanely high standards. When you go for foreign women, except for the tattoo thing, a lot of these things are more common. Actually, South America has experienced an epidemic of bumper stickers, but that's for another video. Now, let's talk about some of these things here. The reverse passport bro method. So what you can do on a lot of dating apps, this is for you guys who don't want to travel. Okay, so if you don't want to travel, if you want to stay in the US and meet a foreign woman, what you can do is on Bumble and Hinge, I believe it's the most powerful. On Tinder, I don't think it works that well, is you can actually set your language preferences on the app to say, hey, I only want to know, or I only want to be matched with girls that speak Spanish, or I only want to be matched with girls that speak Portuguese. Or again, it could be Korean. Me and most of my audience, I think we like Latinas. But you could say, I only want to, talk to girls that speak, Japanese. Now, you'd have to live in a big city, right? You'd have to set a big radius and live in Los Angeles, San Diego, South Florida. I don't think if you're in Vermont, you have a high chance of setting your Bumble language preferences to only Spanish and actually matching with girls. But that is a way to be do like the reverse passport bro method. And when you're going overseas, which is what I think most of you guys are probably going to do, is if you're a gringo that's not like a total weirdo in Brazil or Mexico, Peru, Chile, whatever it is, you're already going to stand out, number one. And if you speak good Spanish or even better Portuguese, bro, do you know how rare it is for an American to be able to learn Portuguese? Now, you really want to avoid Sao Paulo, Rio, Florianopolis, all the kind of like southern-ish regions of Brazil. The dating in the south of Brazil, I don't mean like south, like Curitiba, yeah, like the south, but also I mean like Rio and Sao Paulo are, I don't think in Brazil they would call it like the south of Brazil, but it's the south of Brazil, goddammit. Like it's in the lower like 1/4 or even like 1/5 of the country. It's like if you get a map of Brazil, start at the very bottom to the very top, ignore like the bottom 1/3 of the country or 1/4, whatever it is, and just date from like the middle of the country up to the top, or the 2/3 down to the top. That's where you want to date in Brazil. It just basically it gets good at the top and it just gets worse and worse and worse as you go down. Huge pay for play problems in Rio and Sao Paulo, and that's not what this channel is about. People ask us, where do you go to find prostitutes and stuff? That's not what we discuss here, right? We discuss like legitimate romantic relationships and things like that, legitimate dating, especially when you go overseas. Now, if you can just not be a weirdo, which is, I don't know why, there's some like unspoken rule that most expats have to be weirdos, but if you can actually go to Brazil, Mexico, whatever it is, speak Spanish or Portuguese really well, especially Portuguese and in Brazil, and not be a weirdo, you're going to hit a home run on those 10 to 20% of girls that want to date foreigners. It's actually not what you think going overseas in most places. Maybe like Asia, they just 90% of the girls want to date like, white skin, blue eyed guy, or any foreigner, black. They just don't want to date Asians, right? Maybe, in their country, the average height for a man is, 5'3", 5'4". Maybe if you're Latino, black, whatever it is, white, you're 5'10", 5'11". That's equivalent to being like 6'4" over there. There probably is a preference for white in like Thailand and Philippines, but I know black passport bros crush it over there too, if there is a bit of a preference for white. So in Brazil, back to Brazil, yeah, you know, if you're just like speak Portuguese and aren't like a total putz, you are going to crush it if you're in the right dating market. If you want to know more about these dating markets, I don't really talk about the specific cities anymore because I don't want them to get flooded. And I have to be very, very careful about what I say. There's always some angry feminist who's going to take what I say. It's funny. Sometimes I try to compliment a country and they like twist my words around and they go ape shit and try to like get me kicked off of Instagram and stuff like that. They'll like 19 influencers will like gang up on me and like send we're gonna report you this and that for giving compliments. So it really does make your life 10 times easier, right? Again, whether you're in, and here's the thing, right? Even if you're dating an American or you're at a bar, an American girl, you know, she's of, you know, Latina descent, Portuguese, Brazilian, Spanish, whatever descent, and you can just speak a foreign language to her, that's like super impressive, right? You're going to stand out from other guys, whether this is America. And like I said, certainly going overseas, you're going to separate yourself. And again, if you're in the right dating market and you're, you know, at least like you're not fat, you're under the age of 45, you're in shape. I mean, you know, face is kind of subjective, but like I said, you know, you just speak Spanish or Portuguese, you can have a very good time dating. Or it just makes everything like 1,000% easier. And what do you call it? Just like, you know, women are less combative, like overall less headaches with dating, and you get better, hotter, more feminine, more submissive women. Okay. Other benefits of learning a foreign language, it's just good for your brain. It's kind of like lifting weights. Like it's tough. Like if you get off a 1 hour, you know, language class, if you're like paying some like online teacher, it's like lifting weights. Okay. Like it's intense. It's not super easy. You feel like, oh my God, you feel like tired of it. You're like, oh my God, you can feel like the new neural pathways, but it's super rewarding too. Like you feel super badass. Like if you think like spitting game and picking up chicks is really, really fun, wait till you can like pick up a girl in like Spanish. Like when you can pick up a Latina in like gangster fluent Spanish, where you understand like, you know, innuendos and double entendres in Spanish. That's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty fucking sexy. So, okay, now we'll talk about how to learn a foreign language real quick. And then I'll put a link to my ultimate guide on like how to be a passport bro or a digital nomad going overseas for romantic dating purposes, whatever you prefer, if you don't like the term passport bro. So here's how you learn a foreign language. Number one, you get a teacher. Pretty obvious. My friend said he used Preply. There's also italki, these kind of like marketplaces where there's teachers, and not all teachers are created equal. Okay, so same thing when you're looking for a sales rep, a virtual assistant, and you just hire random people on Upwork, you'll get people that completely suck. Most people completely suck. There'll be the diamonds in the rough that are actually good. I would say, you know, start with the people that have high reviews. I would say don't hire a pretty girl because you'll just probably be distracted, and she probably has good reviews just because simps leave her good reviews and she may not actually even be that good. And try at least 10 to 15 teachers before you like really connect with one of them and you've like think you found a good teacher. Seriously, I cannot stress that enough. Not all foreign language teachers are the same. Same thing with, like I said, anything. So try a lot. Number two is this, rather than pay them for an hour, this has been monumentally huge for me. I'm not an auditory learner. I have to see a word written. So if someone says, oh yeah, the word for sidewalk in Portuguese is calçada, I can't remember calçada. I have to like see it written. And I usually do that with flashcards. Reading, getting ahead of myself here, but just simply reading off of a website, off of a book. You can buy children's books in a foreign language that have like, you know, smaller, easier words. You know, you can search things you're interested in, like, you know, techniques for high ticket closing, but you can search that in Spanish, see what blogs are written about that in Spanish, or anything, you know, history of World War II, whatever interests you, but you can read that in a foreign language. But here's what you do. This is a big, big hack. So this has been super helpful for me since I'm a more of a visual person. And I think most men are more visual than they are auditory. But anyway, tell your teacher that when you're on the WhatsApp call, the Skype call, whatever it is, whatever you use to do your calls, or in person, whatever it is, that you only want to study with them for 45 minutes. You'll pay them for the full hour, but you only want the classes to be 45 minutes, but you want them to spend the last 15 minutes making flashcards. And you can make like, there's like cloud flashcard apps. One of them is Anki, A-N-K-I, kind of a weird name, A-N-K-I, Anki. And there's other ones too. You can really just search, you know, like cloud-based, you know, flashcards, or, you know, and give your teacher your login. And when you're doing the WhatsApp call or the Skype call, have them, every word you don't understand, have them send that in the chat. So you don't know the word for sidewalk, hand, up, down, table, whatever it is, whatever word you don't understand. After the class is over, they spend those last 15 minutes taking those words and making flashcards in your little cloud-based, flashcard app that, he has access to, or you also have access to. And now, boom, after every class, poof, like magic, flashcards appear and you're good to go. And studying those goddamn motherfucking like I remember one time I had my teacher make a whole bunch of flashcards related to tools, like saw, hose, like a gardening hose, screwdriver, drill, and I'm kind of forgetting these words now. Manguera, however you pronounce it, is hose in Spanish. Drill is taladro, and taladrar is like the verb to drill. But anyway, I digress. When would I ever hear those words commonly enough in natural conversation that I would just remember the word for drill, for saw, for screwdriver, things like that, right? So you have to make flashcards. Otherwise there's no way they're going to be in your brain, and it's repetition. Now, as promised, if you're really, really dedicated to learning a foreign language, if you want to apply the advice that what you see in here, and you want to see my ultimate guide on how to be a passport bro, it has just appeared on the screen right now. You can click that video, and that's all for today, gentlemen. Peace out.